to be clear and for the public na nakikinig, ito pong kadena law, siguro po yung blockchain part o yung technological part is maybe 25% of the law. Yung 75% po, yung pagmandato sa mga ahensya na ilabas yung importanteng datos na kung saan ginagamit yung pera ng bayan.
Salamat po sa sagot. Kasi
Opo.
kaya po, kanina pa po nag-isip, bakit kadena?
Kasi
So palagay ko yung kadena ay nalink do sa salitang blockchain.
Mula sa bayani ng edukasyon, ngayon naman po sa bayani ng pagkakadena.
Yes, Mr. President.
Opo, ako po ay natutuwa at ito po ay sinuportahan ng ating Pangulo. At congratulations po. Ito pong tanong ko po ay patungkol lamang po sa laging problema ko po ito sa 3 taon, mag-4 na taon na po ako dito sa Senado. Lahat po ng ahensya may problema sa public information.
Yes.
Kapag meron na pong batas na napakaganda na pumasa, hindi po nalalaman ng taong bayan. Opo. Ito po bang ating panukala na ito? Makikiating na po ako.
Opo.
Dahil ako po'y #1 supporter nyo rito.
Co-author, Mr. President, if I'm
Opo.
not mistaken.
Ito po ba ay makakasigurado po tayong susuportahan ng DICT at ng DBM para ipaalam po sa ating mga kababayan?
Dapat, Mr. President. And alam nyo, Mr. President, sa taon ko na rin po dito, taon-taon na rin po ako dito sa Senado. Sa totoo lang po, nasa atin rin yun, Mr. President.
Opo.
Kung pagkapasa ng isang batas, tututukan talaga natin, pupondohan, exercise oversight, at maghihiring tayo, hindi natin papalampasin yung implementasyon na alanganin o kulang, masisigurado po natin na magagawa po ito, Mr. President. And Mr. President, ito pong paglabas ng datos ng pera ng bayan sa taong bayan, palagi ko po ito yung panawagan ngayon ng napakaraming Pilipino, ng lahat ng Pilipino. Anumang kulay po, ito yung panawagan. Ilabas yung katotohanan pagdating sa pera ng bayan. So ako, Mr. President, tutukan natin to, tutukan ng taong bayan, masigurado nating malabas yung lahat ng dokumento, hanggang sa sinong kontraktor yung nanalo sa ganyang project, hanggang sa presyo ng semento, dun sa proyektong yon. Pag mailabas natin yan, Mr. President, palagi ko, Mr. President, yung taong bayan na mismo yung tututok na masagawa po yung batas na ito.
Bali, ibig sabihin po, yung DICT, magkakaroon po sila ng pagtuturo sa ating mga kababayan kung paano nila, alam mo, maging searchable siya,
Dapat,
maging
Mr. President.
accessible siya. Opo.
Dapat, Mr. President.
Opo.
But
Ito po ba isa paraan ng cellphone din? Alam niyo naman pong kababayan natin laging nasa cellphone.
yes, Mr. President, nung ginagawa ho natin yung hearing at yung TWG at kasama ho kayo dun sa mga hearing na yon, yung na-imagine po natin, Mr. President, may nakita kang classroom, eskwelahan, tapos hindi na buo yung classroom. Maraming ganun, Mr. President, di ba? Pwedeng picturean ng mamamayan at doon lalabas magkano yon, sino yung proponent, sino yung contractor, 'di ba? May QR code
Pati
yan, Mr.
history po,
President.
pati history.
Kailan dapat to completed, sinong pumondo, lahat 'yun, Mr. President, makikita, no? And yung ganung klaseng impormasyon ay kapangyarihan para sa taong bayan, Mr. President. Marami po ito pong mga na-uncover na anomalya sa ating pong tanggapan dahil po yan hindi transparent yung mga dokumento. Sa totoo lang, Mr. President, nung nag-speech nung nag-presentation ang presidente tungkol sa mga top contractor, ako nga, Mr. President, di ko alam kung sino yung mga top contractor, hindi ko alam kung ano yung mga proyekto nila. But with this bill, kung maging batas po ito, yung mga malalaking proyekto, malalaman ho natin sino ang mga contractor, magkano yung ginastos, magkano yung semento na binili para sa proyektong yon. All of this information, Mr. President, magiging accessible na po sa taong bayan. Alam ko po, isa rin po kayo sa naganais po nito dahil may FOI bill po kayo.
Opo.
So ito po, kung paano po ito ma-access, pinakamainam po kung sa cellphone po. Kasi ang karamihan po ng Pilipino, sa cellphone po nakakonect sa internet. And nakausap naman po natin ang eGov, ang DICT, may eGov po sila. Sabi nga po nila, baka pwedeng i-integrate dun sa eGov para sa isang banda, pwede ka mag-access ng mga ID, mga government programs. On the other hand, pwede mo rin makita saan napupunta yung pera ng bayan, Mr. President. So, Mr. President, hindi naman tayo mag-decide niyan, pero we will try to exercise oversight na accessible po sa mga cellphone yung kadena kapag panahon na po na i-launch po ito sa publiko.
Napakaganda po nun na aming bayani ng blockchain. Opo, maraming salamat po. Yun lamang po. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Mr. President, there being no other reservation for interpellation,
Yeah. May I ask for minute suspension?
Thank you, actually, Senator Pangilinan, for prioritizing this measure. Because of our explanation earlier and your sponsorship during the LEDA, this is now included in the priority agenda of the Legislative Executive Development Advisory Council and was, in fact, mentioned by the President in a press con afterwards through the spokesperson. Anyway, Mr. President, this commission that we are institutionalizing will be a powerful one. So we must ensure that safeguards are in place. And I sound like an echo from the President earlier. He was very much supportive. But there were, I think, 2 points that he mentioned, and I would like to ask that question and give you the chance to explain to the body. So, firstly, may I ask how we can ensure that the powers of this commission will not be abused and will not be weaponized for political agenda, Your Honor, Mr. President?
Thank you, Mr. President, for that very important question. And in fact, the issue and the concern was raised by President Marcos Jr. Mr. President, we put in place several provisions to ensure that the transparency and accountability of the process is put in place. For example, Section 16, People's Participation and Social Accountability. The Commission may request the assistance of civil society organizations, people's organizations, church groups, and academic institutions in their fact-finding and investigation, including but not limited to citizen monitoring of infra projects, science-based risk assessment, and the like. Mr. President, this provision may seem innocuous, but indeed, when people are, the citizens themselves are engaged directly with the process of searching for the truth, we believe that the transparency is encouraged and promoted, and therefore accountability will follow. But apart from that, Mr. President, the composition of the commission will help ensure rather that there is also accountability and transparency, because we purposely put 5 members of the commission, 2 of whom actually are non-government or or private sector representatives. For example, in Section 5, composition appointment, letter A, number 4, Roman numeral number 4, representative from a reputable non-government organization, the primary purpose and/or expertise of which is good governance, anti-corruption, public financial management, public procurement, open contracting. And another representative from the academe with expertise in governance and reform and corruption prevention studies. So 2 of the 5 members of the commission would be coming from private sector organizations. Although, of course, the other 3 also represent certain sectors that distinguished sectors of society. For example, the sector of retired Supreme Court justices, the sector of certified public accountancy with expertise in auditing or forensic accounting would be the second member, and the third, an engineer or an architect. So the composition of the commission, Mr. President, will ensure that this will not be weaponized and that it will be impartial and science-based, and of course, the aspect of public participation and citizens' participation in the and engagement in the process of fact-finding, Mr. President. These are two of a number of provisions that we hope and we believe will address the concern of it being weaponized or used for political purposes, Mr. President.
All right, thank you. Thank you for that, Mr. President, Your Honor. Now, there was a mention in media by, I think, a representative of the Malacanang or the press office, but I think it was duly addressed earlier, and I would want the sponsor, Mr. President, who has practically rewritten and upgraded the bill that I filed. May we know the provisions in this bill that ensures that the functions will not duplicate those of the Ombudsman and other investigative and prosecutorial agencies. Yun ang isa sa mga nababanggit noon na sinasabi, baka pareho lang yan ng trabaho ng Ombudsman at saka ng DOJ. And then yung ICI, I know it's a different animal, Your Honor, Mr. President. So will you please
Yes.
favor us with the provisions that will ensure this non-duplication?
Yes, Mr. President, we understand the concern of the good Senate President. Precisely, this was also raised in the hearing, that there are existing government entities tasked to undertake fact-finding, investigation, and prosecution and the filing of charges. That's the Office of the Ombudsman, and as well as the Department of Justice. So you have these entities that are tasked primarily to undertake what we hope the People's Commission may likewise undertake. And it was in the committee hearing wherein former Chief Justice Puno mentioned that extraordinary circumstances require extraordinary remedies. So yes, the Ombudsman is there to do this task. The DOJ likewise is there to do this task. But considering the extraordinary circumstances, this is the largest, the most massive corruption scandal in the history of the country, of the Republic. And therefore, we saw it necessary to create a separate commission, not to be in conflict with the Ombudsman, Office of the Ombudsman, or with the Department of Justice, but to work with the Ombudsman and the Department of Justice. Ang huling paragraph nung Section 2, Declaration of Policy, precisely spells out the parameters within which the Commission is to operate. And if I may quote, nothing in this act shall be construed as curtailing or diminishing the investigatory, prosecutorial, or disciplinary powers vested by the Constitution in the Office of the Ombudsman, the Commission on Audit, Civil Service Commission. The creation of the IPC is intended to complement and enhance interagency coordination and technical capacity for the detection, documentation, and deterrence of corruption and other irregularities in infrastructure development, Mr. President. So this is a clear-cut spelling out of the policy that they will complement one another rather than be in conflict with one another. In addition, Section 6 provides for the powers and authority of the Commission The authority of the commission shall be concurrent with that of other agencies vested by law with investigative powers, shall not be exercised as to diminish or encroach upon ongoing investigations conducted by the Office of the Ombudsman or the Department of Justice. To the extent permitted by law, this is Section 6, Powers and Functions. And in accordance with delegation by the Office of the Ombudsman or the DOJ, the Commission may assist in specific cases arising from its investigation. So clearly, there are several provisions that we have provided to ensure that the IPC will not be in conflict with or will encroach on the powers already provided by the Constitution and other laws to the Department of Justice as well as the Office of the Ombudsman, Mr. President.
So I take it that the way you have structured the IPC, there will be no duplication. There might be a parallelism sometimes,
Yes.
but not a duplication. And
Yes.
then, all right.
If I may add, Mr. President.
Yes.
Section 8 of the proposed measure provides that special prosecutorial teams shall be created by both the Ombudsman and the Department of Justice.
Yun, yeah. That was, I think, one of the points that you mentioned earlier. Merong coordination talaga directly.
Yes, there was a concern during the hearing that was raised that after the fact-finding of the commission, do you mean to say, or it will then be submitted to the Ombudsman and the Department of Justice, and they will then again
Investigate
undertake
again.
a second fact-finding? To avoid that, Mr. President, Section 8 creates two special prosecutorial teams under the Office of the Ombudsman
Yun.
and the Department of Justice. And that pool of prosecutors will support the commission, the IPC. Therefore, in every step of the fact-finding, you already have a team of prosecutors from the Ombudsman's office and a team of prosecutors from the Department of Justice assisting the commission, Mr. President.
All right. I think that type of structure incorporated in your Section 8 would answer the issue of duplication. All right. Thank you. Now, I understand that you also placed a sunset provision.
That is correct, Mr. President.
Until when?
Based on the hearing inputs, Section 18 of the proposed measure provides the sunset clause. The mandate of the commission, if I may quote, shall remain in force until June 30, 2028, unless otherwise extended by law. So yes, that is the
Unless
sunset.
otherwise extended by law.
Yes.
Okay. Now, so that means until the end of this administration.
That is correct, Mr. President.
May we know why?
Well, we would like to
Why a sunset provision
we,
and not?
we would like to impress upon the members of the commission that they're not there forever, that they have to act quickly and immediately, and that may taning yung buhay nila at dapat kumilos ng mabilis. We do not have the luxury of time. Ang taong bayan ay talagang atat na merong managot dito sa naging pinakamalaking skandalo ng corruption sa kasaysayan ng ating republika. Kaya we want them to act immediately, to investigate thoroughly and file these cases as soon as they can, and therefore we have given them a limited period within which to undertake this task.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. That's all for me. And I'm glad you mentioned the word immediately, because that is what you have done, your committee has done. The immediate and swift undertaking of this measure. So thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President. It's an honor to be able to sponsor this measure authored principally authored by our Senate President. Salamat, Mr. President.
Mr. President,
Yes, Majority Leader.
I move to suspend consideration of Senate Bill number 1512. So moved,
There
Mr.
being no
President.
objection to the motion of the Majority Leader, the motion is carried.
Believe, Mr. President, we have additional reference of business.
Yes. Please proceed, Secretary, to read the additional reference of business.
Additional reference to business committee reports. Committee report number 19 by the Committee on Cultural Communities and Muslim Affairs on Senate number 1584 with Senators Padilla, Estrada, and Villanueva as authors. An act amending Republic Act number 8371, otherwise known as the Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act of 1997, recommending its approval in substitution of Senate numbers 11 and 860, sponsor Senator Padilla.
Refer to the committee on, to the calendar for ordinary business.
Committee report number 20 by the Committees on Cultural Communities and Muslim Affairs and Civil Service Government Reorganization and Professional Regulation, Senate number 604 by Senator Padilla. An
To the
act
ca-
amending Article